He's building it as we speak. You've got Black Lives Matter. You've got the FYF people. You've got, all these different black radical groups, for one. I mean, they're already starting enough problems. You know that as well as I do. The Nation of Islam, so on and so forth. Okay? That's part of his army right there. We all know that. Then, bringing in all these refugees from Syria. Okay, they were taking photographs and video and stuff of these refugees. Do you see the mayhem and the ruckus that these people are doing? They were offered food and water. Somebody was trying to hand them food and water, and they started throwing it at the police. They started going crazy. These people are tearing up every place that they're going to. Okay? Then they're going to be brought here. What do you think they're going to do here? And then on the videos and the pictures, they're showing some of these. If you don't notice it, you're not paying attention. If you do not notice it, you're not paying attention. He's building his own army, his own military. And then look at all the members of military that are resigning and they're losing their jobs and everything else because they're not going to do what the military is being told to do by the government and by Obama and by George Soros and all the others. I applaud those people. I applaud them. Look, Admiral Ace, God, I can't remember his last name. I just had it on the tip of my tongue. He's been going out to all these places and doing speaking and everything, and I'd love to have him on Rage. I would love to have him on. I mean, he does not care. He tells it like it is. He tells it like it should be told. He was just at the Tea Party thing just last week with Ted Cruz and with Trump and, just a cast of, a bunch of Tea Party people. And he speaks everywhere he goes. And I love this guy. He's letting it be told. Folks, he was in charge of the Sixth Fleet. Do you have any idea what that is? Are you kidding me? That's like the biggest part of our Navy. He was in charge of it. This guy is a big timer. He's telling you. He's telling all of us. Obama is just building up all the forces for the Muslims and everything else, and, for the Muslim Brotherhood, for ISIS, for whoever. I wish I could tell you that, that wasn't true. I wish I could tell you that that's not happening. But it is. Michelle Obama made it very clear the other day during an interview. She said, before we leave the White House, we're going to make sure that nobody has any guns and any arms anymore. Are you kidding me? No more guns, no more arms. Really? That's why the UN forces are here right now. Right now. They're not the only ones. China has had ships out in the ocean by Alaska. Russia has had ships down by Georgia and Florida, cruising around. They keep flying their fighter jets and their bombers and everything about 50 miles off of our coastlines. Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea how close that is? One thing that I really loved about the debate last night, we're going to get into the debate in a minute here. I'm going to give you my feedback about the debate. But one thing that they were talking about last night, Ronald Reagan, you were not going to come make a mockery of us and attack us and do all that stuff if Ronald Reagan was our president. I promise you that. When he was our president, no, not going to happen. ISIS? Are you kidding me? Them guys would have been done and over with a long time ago. A long time ago. They would not have been able to build up to the stronghold that they're building up to right now. Now, Russia keeps sending all these, military and, vehicles, tanks, planes and everything else to Syria. Now, I don't know if they're sending them there because they're going to try to fight ISIS. That's what the rumor is. If they are, please do, by all means. But, this is a big but now. Now pay attention to what I'm telling you. This is the most important part. Russia is trying to show the world, look, they're not taking care of business anymore. The United States cannot be trusted. We are the ones. We're the ones that went and fought ISIS and took ISIS down. We're the ones that went and handled this here and this there and blah, blah, blah. You watch. I'm telling you right now. They're bad actors. That's exactly what's going on. Then they're going to go to other countries and say, look, you can't count on the United States anymore to be the ones to defend you because we have a weak leader. Russia is trying to take the place of the United States. I guarantee you that's exactly what's going on. Russia is trying to take the place of the United States. That's why they're going out and doing all the things that they're doing. That's why they're in Syria, bringing all of their arsenal over there, or at least enough of it, to go wipe ISIS out. Now, if you don't think that Russia could knock out ISIS's military force, you're crazy. The Russians train hard. They're bad boys. Their military force is very, very scary. But folks, I have a feeling that this is all big part of it, a big plan. I would not be surprised if Putin is not in bed with Obama on this whole thing. We're going to set him up. We're going to get him to do this and that. You guys come in and wipe him out. I would not be surprised at all. But I'm glad that Russia wants to take part of it and they want to, do something that we should have been doing a long time ago. But instead, we have a leader that wants to defend all of the Islamic states, wants to fund ISIS and all other terror organizations. Doesn't make any sense. He bows to the Saudi king. And he may as well be doing it to the Ayatollah Khomeini, too. It's sad, folks. We've never had a leader that would ever bow their head to the Saudi king. Ever. Obama doesn't care what happens to any of us. He doesn't care about this nation. We're a laughing stock. Folks, we're in for something big. They're planning for something big, and you need to be also. Look, I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't know when it's going to be. I mean, they're expecting it to be, you know, I keep seeing dates, you know, like I said, from the 15th to the 30th. A lot of people will tell you it's the 23rd or 24th that something big is going to happen. But then again, look, last night, the megaquake in Chile. I mean, is that something that they were looking at, that they were expecting? I don't know. I will tell you this. Be prepared. I mean, even if we're wrong, what's wrong with having some extra supplies laying around just in case? Some extra water and maybe a little bit of food, and if you can get yourself antibiotics and stuff like that just in case you need it. You know, and other supplies, medical supplies, like, you know, if anybody uses, you know, any kind of inhalers, or if somebody has, you know, I don't know, allergies, you might want to stock up on that kind of medicine and stuff like that just in case. Just in case. You can never be too prepared. Okay, I'm going to take a break, and then I will be right back. And sorry about yesterday's show. It was like my phone rang, and then all of a sudden it just, I don't know. I just like disappeared. So, but that's not going to happen now. So I'm going to play a song, and I'll be right back. I've still got a couple things I want to cover. Don't go nowhere.
Show you the truth, and I don't need a reason to lie to you. No pun intended. You're listening to the Rage Against the Regime podcast. Don't be a stranger. Like Rage Against the Regime podcast on Facebook or tweet us at RATR Podcast.
Welcome back to Rage Against the Regime. Just some things I want to cover before I end the show here. I didn't want to make it a long show. 30 minutes was good enough for me. Probably good enough for you guys also, just to cover the main news. Don't forget about tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Bunker Report Radio with Tom Luju comes to Rage Against the Regime. Tom's going to be joining us tomorrow night. We're going to sit down and talk about all the things going on. We're going to talk about the megaquake last night in Chile. We're going to be talking about, what we think is going to be coming up this next week. What all the warning signs are, so on and so forth. And then we're also going to talk about preparing. Okay? So, you can never cover preparing enough. Okay? So please join us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 Eastern Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. And then we will have the archive here on Spreaker. So anybody that does not like listening to Blog Talk Radio, you do not have to go there and listen. You can hear it here on Spreaker. I want to give out the phone number for anybody that would like to call in tomorrow night. You can call actually either one of our show line numbers, but the main one for Blog Talk, 929-477-3565. 929-477-3565. Call in tomorrow night if you have any questions, comments, otherwise. Tom will be joining us. It's going to be a kick-ass show. It's going to be 2 hours of knowledge. Tom is a brother. He's a very good dude, and I consider him a brother to me. I don't say that about too many people on, especially, I just don't say it too often. So anyway, tomorrow night we will be looking for you on Blog Talk Radio. With Tom is going to join us, and that's really about it. So I'm actually going to take us out, and we will see you guys tomorrow night.
Thank you for listening to Rage Against the Regime Radio. Don't be a stranger. Please like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at RATR Podcast. And feel free to leave some feedback whenever you listen to us. You can also email us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com.